Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And of course, you can watch it all in its entirety on Sunday afternoon on your local cable stations at 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. My sidekick here, Mr. Andrew Gitros.
Good morning.
We're going to pay you a whole show today.
Man, well, I got one quarter. Let's not get too carried away.
Well, that's true, but I'm going to try to remember to make sure we get, you know, and the pay is good. 0 times 0 equals to 0. I just like to let you know that before you get started, in case you want to walk off.
I understand.
But you're not going to do that.
I'm going to stay with it. I'm going to
stay
with it this week.
You love the fun we have
this
here.
Week, for
That's
sure.
what it's all about. And first of all, we've got to talk about some good sponsors to make all of this happen.
I don't know if I have any sponsors this week. I just noticed my sponsor list is even here, so I'll have to do like Cat said. I have to talk out my head. Let's start with Piggly Wiggly over with 2 locations in Opelousas, 1 in Simmsport, Louisiana. The pig always has the best stuff. The pig knows what's best. And you can get good pork steaks there. You can get all kind of great seasoned meats, smoked meats. You know, it's getting a little warm right now. What I like to do is get that tick pork steak that I cook slow on that grill. Get my charcoal and all my lot of fluid there. Good vegetables there.
Keep that inside
fresh fruit.
Tender, and juicy.
Don't get in a rush. You cook it too fast, you'll burn it.
Yep.
Don't do it right. That won't be right. But go by the local Piggly Wiggly. They can help you out. This one in the South Opelousas, they also do catering for you. And they got a deli there as well. Go by the pig. And one more sponsor.
Well, okay, go ahead. One more.
I
want to talk about Simmsport
real
quick.
Go ahead, Simmsport.
Mr. Tommy Matty, who owns the big truck stop and little gaming casino, and also, if I understand it correctly, he's the president of the port of Simmsport. And they're going to have
with bringing in Canadaville, the Canadaville property got moved into that whole group.
Sure did, and then the Canadaville very generous family donated that 900 acres of land and the land that they own, I guess, what they're using as the port. And we're going to have our they're having a meeting and a function this afternoon, Thursday afternoon, around 5 o'clock, and I've been invited to go, so I'm going to go over there and you know, meet people and
it's a ribbon cutting, or just sort of come tour the port?
I think it's kind of come see the improvements and probably to thank the family that donated all this land.
Oh, you think they'll be there as well?
Well, it's probably a representative, right? And I know that Senator Vitter and Senator Landrieu were both invited. Neither can attend because the session is in Washington, D.C. is ongoing, but they're going to have representatives there. So it should be a nice event.
The people from Canada are probably doing exactly what I did. When I was a kid, we'd go to Simmsport, me and Daddy would get a whole bunch of big yellow cats right there. So I'm sure it's what the people who came down from Canada for to get a yellow cat.
You know, you might have been buying that from Vicky. Vicky, the girl I go out with, her husband, Pug, just recently sold, is what I understand.
Right. Her husband at that time.
Yeah, at that time, way back. She worked at that fish market.
Really?
Yeah, and delivered, and they had quite a big business over there.
I'll have to ask Daddy which one we used to buy it from. I was a little bitty boy.
Mr. Arnoldville. They just don't have a D in it. It's Arnoldville, but it doesn't have a D.
There you go. How about one more sponsor then? Now we covered Simmsport.
Yep.
We're all right. How about Carl's Thrifty Way? If you got a bad nose like me and a throat and a cough, and I know a lot of y'all do right now because I went to Dr. Bazille's office this week, who said hello to you, by the way. He's still in a real good mood. He was pumped up and cutting up with me. But anyway, he was kind of surprised I went in not half dead. Usually when I show up at the doctor's office, I said, I'm going to go on the front end of the illness instead of when I'm just about finished, then I roll in for him to try to save me, you know. But I went in early. You go by Carl's, they can get you all your prescription needs, especially with that. And, you know, your doctors now, they're pretty smart. You know, like Dr. Bazille, you know, he gives me a prescription for some of the stuff I need prescription with. He says, well, some of this other stuff, you just buy that over the counter. Some of this prescription stuff, you can get generic. So, you know, he knows about your budget. Your pharmacist knows about your budget as well. You know, when you go to Carl, sometimes they'll suggest for you. Say, well, if you want this brand, we can, but we also have other, you know, other alternatives that are similar that will, you know, work the same. So your pharmacist, he knows what's going on. Your doctor knows what's going on. They're going to help you out. Go by Carl's, and don't forget about them for gifts. You know, it's graduation. I heard your godchild's graduating from Opelousas High School on the 23rd of
right
this
around the
month.
corner.
So that's all.
It's my scholarship time.
It's a scholarship time as well.
I'm
That's
kind of
coming.
thinking of going. I need to go. I went when little Andrew.
When Ian had graduated.
Well, it was Ian. Yeah, that's right. Not little Andrew.
And Andrew still got 1 year left. Still 1 year left.
Right.
But Austin is this year. So anyway, go by there, gift wrapping, do gift wrapping, but they got a lot of good gift ideas and confirmations as well. That's what Andrew is doing, confirmation at the end of the month.
And talking about medicine and Dr.
Basil.
This is, May is National Stroke Month. And Kitty Kimball, who's a retired Louisiana Chief Justice from Ventris, Louisiana. In case you don't know where Ventris is, it's part of the New Roads area there.
Sure.
And where the Jumonvilles live in Ventris. And of course, she had a stroke, so she's very concerned about getting messages out there. She was fortunate she overcame it. It was not a serious one that kept her out.
It took a while. It took a while.
Oh, year plus probably to get better. But so learn how to watch the stroke. When you start
symptoms. Right.
Symptoms, and you can read up on it, and and of course you have to watch your blood pressure. That's the one thing I guess would be one of the first things that you have to watch when your blood pressure gets too high. It's stroke time. That's what they call it. But anyhow, I was glad to see that someone with her name recognition is in the forefront of reminding us that it is May and it is time for us to learn a little bit more about stroke.
Well, this weekend, or this Saturday is the 10th?
Yes,
this Saturday is the 10th. Our Lady of Mercy's youth group will be having a garage sale at the CCD building there on the grounds. That's on the west side of Opelousas at 7 a.m. I want to cough again. I tell you what, I'm going to do the Bobby Dupree trick.
Take a little sip of water.
Try a little bit of that water, see if it helps me. Saturday, 7 a.m. All morning they'll be doing clothing and kitchenware and knickknacks, love seat lamps, all to help the kids go down to the Steubenville Catholic Youth Conference down in Houma in June. So go by this Saturday and try to contribute and buy something.
You know, May the 10th is also a very special day in a couple of our good friends' life. And that's their 50th wedding anniversary. And of course, I'm speaking of Jude and Virginia Marks.
No kidding.
50 years. And they're going to have a celebration. The family's putting on a party for them. And certainly they've been very good to their kids. And they've been very good. I know that Jude did a good job on the job that he held, and of course Virginia had been a workhorse at Dupree Carrier Gacho. I mean, she was part of that group that when you needed some overtime pulled, you needed something on Saturday and you didn't finish on Saturday and you needed them on Sunday, Virginia was there along with a group of others, but I certainly hope that they have a lot more good healthy years.
How about this on May 10th as well? Happy birthday to your niece, Jean Dupree, over in Houston. I remember that. And also to Meredith Burley over in Washington. So 2 birthdays when I was a kid growing up. We all went to school together.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Well, good. Happy birthday, certainly. And what else?
What else I got? Oh, I got plenty of stuff here. How about one more sponsor? How about JB Sandals? We'll sneak one more in. JB Sandals, it's springtime. It's time to go and get in that yard and get that yard right. Wheelbarrows, nozzles for your water hoses. If you're looking for rakes and gloves and ice chests. Over on the other side, they got all the houseware with all the great cake pans, baking stuff. You're looking for nice plates, nice forks, drinking glasses of all sizes. If you like to have a fancy bar with all those weird drink glasses, every little drink got a different glass. They got all that at JB Sandals. Picture frames, go by right there in Opelousas.
A couple that has certainly used different yard type of equipment and went out and bought a lot of beautiful plants and planted them. I'm speaking of Robert and Kim Minyard. And they was selected as the May 2014 Lafayette Garden Club Yard of the Month.
Very
and
good.
of course, Robert has roots in Lewisburg and St. Landry Parish, and of course he's a realtor and a real estate developer in Lafayette, doing quite well. And so congratulations to that couple.
And coming up on May 12th is the Golf for the Homeless. That is to help benefit the Lighthouse Mission here in town. It's the men's homeless shelter run by Mike Fontenot and Johnny Carey over there. If you want to help out, you can call Mike at 351-7851. There are 2 tee times, 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. All day long things are going on. They're going to auction things off. If you're not a golfer like me and you, we always go by, get a little bite to eat, and we buy a few things and give a little donation. Great, great event to go by. And one other thing. They're going to give away a Nissan. If somebody hits a hole-in-one in a par 3, you get a brand new Nissan Altima.
Whoa, that's a nice one. That
From Nissan
Altima
of
is kind of
Opelousas.
high end. From a catalog to a humble home. And what they're talking about in this picture here, this is Acadiana history. And I've been reading up on, they running these on a regular basis in the Daily Advertiser. And people are submitting different old pictures with a little bit of history. And this particular home here, it's a 2-story home, and it's located at 1111 Dunrath Street in Lafayette. It's known as the Fournette House, and it was built for Joseph Voorhees in 1919 from a Sears kit.
There you go.
Well, the interest I have in the Sears kit is that the home that Adelaide lives in, that when we were married, I was living there, we bought this from the Sandoz family.
Over on Liberty Street.
On Liberty Street, and that house is a Sears house. And it built from a kit. It was delivered by means of the train. It was unloaded from the train in Opelousas. And it was the Sandoz, same Sandoz roots family as the Sandoz of J.B. Sandoz hardware store, which is only like 135 years old. So those people were always on the cutting edge.
Type of thing, yeah.
Yep. So anyhow, a little bit of history.
How about this? Today is May the 8th, right? Is today May the 8th? Today is May the 8th. May the 10th is Saturday. They're having the Opelousas Catholic Sporting Clay Challenge. I'll get it out. Go down and shoot clay targets to help support Opelousas Catholic. They want teams of 4. You can go to longriverlodge.com for more information and directions, or you can give a call to our good friend Jude Orman, 351-2304. That's this Saturday. They'll be shooting clay targets, and all proceeds go to help the school, Opelousas Catholic.
Vicky stopped in at Stelli's in LeBeau and did some grocery shopping with Joel Stelly, the owner of the grocery store end of the business. The convenience store and gas station is Mike and Karen Pilgrim on that particular section of it. Joel went and personally unloaded the basket for Vicky. Vicky's, had all the surgery, foot surgery. And she says, if you don't mind, tell him how nice he was. So Joel, thanks a lot for being so kind.
Well, folks, we're going to see you all on the other side of 1 minute.